Hello, we are Group 11, here to present the OS case study project. I'm Austin, and these are my teammates Akel and Nicolas. Next page. This is the outline for our project. We have introduction, our team, virtual machines, examples, and conclusion. Next page. Okay, this is our team with our NIM. Next.
Now I'm going to explain what is a virtual machine. A virtual machine is a software-based emulation of a computer system. It runs on a physical host machine but functions as a separate, independent environment with its own operating system. Virtual machines allow multiple systems to run at the same time on a single physical machine, enabling greater flexibility and resource efficiency. Next, VMware Workstation. VMware Workstation is an ideal for developer and tester who need isolated environment to run multiple operating systems on a single desktop. It is commonly used for creating and testing complex networking setup. Next, the advantage of a virtual machine is offer high compatibility with variety of guest operating system, include advanced features like snapshot and cloning, provides a user-friendly interface for managing virtual machine. The disadvantage is require a powerful host system to handle multiple VMs. Licensing costs can be expensive, may have performance overhead compared to bare metal system.
VirtualBox. VirtualBox is widely used for educational purposes and by individuals who need a free tool for testing software across multiple operating systems. It is popular for creating portable virtual environments. Next. These are the advantages of VirtualBox. One, it's completely free and open source with cross-platform compatibility. It supports a broad range of guest operating systems, and it's lightweight and suitable for personal and small-scale use. Next. The disadvantages of VirtualBox is that performance is slightly slower compared to proprietary solutions. It's limited enterprise-level support and scalability, and advanced features may require additional manual configuration. Next.
Next, we have the Microsoft Hyper-V, which is a frequent use enterprise environment for virtualizing servers and managing virtual desktop infrastructure. And it is also effectively used for running Windows-based applications in isolated environments. Next. And here are the advantages. Seamlessly integrates with Windows systems, ensuring optimal performance, supports live migration and failover clustering for high availability. And the third one is cost-effective for organization using Windows Server licenses. And here are the disadvantages. It is one, limited compatibility with non-Windows guest operating system. Second one is requires a Windows-based host system. And the third one is it lacks some advanced features compared to competitors such as VMware. And the conclusion of this is the virtual machine play a critical role in modern computing by enabling flexibility, cost efficiency, and scalability. While they offer significant advantage, their adoption must be weighed against potential drawbacks such as resource usage and performance trade-offs. Whether for personal use, enterprise application, or cloud computing, VMs have revolutionized how we utilize hardware and software. I guess that's all for our presentation. Thank you, and we're going to move on to the simulation in the next video.
Okay, this is the tutorial section of the video for how to install VirtualBox. First, we'll open the website to install it, which is oracle's virtualbox.org. Then we want to select this, download. Then we want to pick our operating system, which is, I'm currently on Windows, so I'm going to download it from the Windows hosts. Okay. Then we'll wait for this download to finish. Okay, we're on. I'm going to click yes on this menu here. Okay. Then we want to click next, accept the terms of license. Then here we want to select a custom setup, but I think we should be good on this location. If you want to change it, however, you can select from here. Well, for now, we'll just select the default location. This will tell us that the network will be shut down temporarily, but it should be fine. Okay, we'll continue with the default installation, and we'll wait for this to finish. One thing to keep in mind is that we do need to enable virtualization on our computer. I won't teach that how to do it here, but it's readily available online, and I've already done it on my computer, so I'll just skip that part. Okay, once it's finished installing, we're gonna start the program. And here it is. Next up, after we're on the section, we'll try to download a distro. I think we're gonna install Ubuntu for this one. We'll need to download an ISO, or we'll get from their website here. Okay, I'll just save preferences on this. We'll download Ubuntu Desktop, and I think just download this. Oh, right, we'll just download the LTS version. And we'll wait for this ISO to finish downloading, I guess. Okay, now that the download's done, we'll go to our VirtualBox manager here. On the left, we'll be able to access all our different virtual machines, but since we don't have any installed, we're gonna click on New here, okay? And we're gonna rename it to whatever we want. So I'm just gonna name this our first Ubuntu VM. Okay, now we select the ISO image that we just downloaded, which is on here. Here it is. Click on that. We can select where it's going to be installed on a folder, but we can skip that for now. And here you can see the type of distro that we're installing. It's detected that it's Ubuntu 64-bit. Here we can select our username and password. I think for now we'll select it to be user and pass. Oh, I guess that's not, no, that's fine. And this is our host name with the domain name. We'll just leave that as is for now. Actually, no, we can't. Why? Hello. Oh, I guess that's fine. Okay. Next. Okay, here we can allocate how much resources we allocate to the VM itself. Now, we don't want to allocate too much because this takes away from our actual main machine's resources. You can see here it's red and orange here. That's probably not good. That's unsafe. So we'll keep it down to the regular amount of 4 gigabytes for memory, and processor we'll put like 4 cores, which should be enough for an Ubuntu install. Next here, we can also allocate how much space the entire OS gets. We can use the slider, or we can pre-allocate our entire hard drive space, but that's unwise since it might just take up the whole thing. And if it ever fills up our hard drive, it just will stop our hard drive from ever writing, which is bad. So we're not going to do that. We're going to allocate 25 gigabytes instead. Next. And here's all the details for our OS that we're about to install. Here we go. Okay, it's powering up the VM. It's going to set up everything. Here it is. Just like a normal computer, it'll try to boot itself for the very first time. It's on the BIOS screen. And I guess we'll just wait. There you go. there we go. We're on Linux, Ubuntu specifically. I think we have to go through a first time setup first. Right. It was probably a mistake installing this on my hard drive instead of BSSD, but this should be fine. It'll just take a little while longer. We can also open the terminal here, I guess to just see the progress of the entire download. Right now we're unable to type anything because it's in the process of downloading something, so I guess we'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, we can also see the allocation of the memory usage here. See, we allocated 4 gigabytes. It's using a little more than 4 gigabytes, but it's using as much as we did request. And it's using 32% of our processor. I'm not sure if this is actively being used or just reserved, but it seems like it's actively using it for the install process. We'll see though. And as you can see with the slow hard drive, it's like chugging through the data, I guess. It's just taking a while. Oh, and it just dropped. It's almost done. I guess we can access the accessibility settings while we wait. High contrast mode doesn't really matter. Zoom. Yuck. Okay, turning that off. Ooh. Our text. Cool. I'm not going to enable screen reader. But there is a screen keyboard option, which is useful. In case we ever get into a text box. I guess it's not showing now. Sticky keys for you insane people. And I guess we can't access the rest until this is done. Ah! Okay. This is our... What do we call this in Windows? Taskbar? I guess we can access the taskbar from here. Oh, where's the settings? It's a little slow. It's a little slow. Yeah, it's the hard drive's fault. I've never actually used Linux before. So this is my first time ever experiencing Linux. It's not bad. It seems more like Apple than Windows, which is fair because they're both Unix based. It has window snapping. Apple didn't have that until last year. God, it's taking its time. What do we do after this even? I shouldn't have probably said that. We can access our files from here. Yep, here we go. Here's the file manager. Since we just started installing everything, everything's here, I guess. And by everything, I mean nothing, because we haven't installed anything. Okay, this part's not really necessary, but we can access some of the machine's information through here. We can take a snapshot if we want to take a screenshot directly from the host. We can also check session information for information such as our CPU load and RAM use, as well as disk input-output. Here's information about the runtime, and here's information about the configuration that we saw before. Right. Okay. If we ever want to download anything, we have to use Firefox for now, since it's the default browser installed on this. Guess we'll also have to wait for that to open. And yeah, I think, here we go. For this specifically, I don't think we require any more. If you just want to use Linux, it's available here right now. We can close up the virtual machine through here. Close. and power off the machine, just like how you would normally do it with a physical machine. Okay. Right now it's powered off, but if we ever want to turn it back on, we can double click or press start again. We can have multiple virtual machines running at the same time here. I won't do that in this video, but if you ever want to do it, you can just add a new virtual machine through here and have multiple run at the same time. Obviously, if you have more of them, they'll consume more resources. They'll have each resources allocated separately. I don't think there's a way to share them dynamically. So do be careful with that if your computer can't handle multiple. Okay, we're back on our Linux install, and now we can access this user with the password we just gave it, which was pass. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and Ms. Zulfani, please give us a good score. I think that's all. Thanks.